What is up, everybody? This is Anthony with the VR Game Rankings YouTube channel. And of course, it is November 1st. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is November 1st. And do you guys know what November 1st means? I know you know what November 1st means. It means rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Yes, if you did not wake up this morning and say, rabbit, 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 you probably just want to call the entire month off. Do not play Super Lotto. Do not go to your local casino. Do not even go to Friday night's poker game because you're going to lose. You're going to lose really bad because you did not say rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. I can tell you that in the month of October, I actually said rabbit, rabbit, rabbit while I was still in bed. Still in bed. That is absolutely ideal. Today, that was not the situation. I was up for probably 40 minutes. I was walking down a hallway and I was like, oh shit, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. So I said it at that point. Don't know that I'm going to have the same luck that I had in the month of October. Of course, I am the Mega Millions winner. Yes, I was temporarily in South Carolina, bought a Mega Millions ticket there, and I am worth $800 million. You'll see it soon. We're going to have an entirely new studio back here. I'm going to have like swimming pools and just all kinds of shit. It is going to be badass. Okay, so Ekin Hawk says, where did that expression come from? Well, you know what, Ekin? I'll tell you where I heard it originally. The very first place that I ever heard about rabbit, rabbit, rabbit was a radio show called The Don and Mike Show. Even though both guys are actually named Mike, one guy went by the radio name of Don Geronimo. And this was a radio show that was popular in Washington, D.C. And it was also strangely incredibly popular in Sacramento, California. And I would be driving to work Monday through Friday, you know, the normal routine on my way to work. And it was just AM talk radio. And these guys would say a lot of outrageous stuff. They were really funny, really liked Don and Mike. And Don would always talk about rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. He said it was an East Coast thing, but I've heard it's an England thing, you know, all kinds of stuff, whatever. I don't know. Okay, but what I do know is today is the month. Well, today is the beginning, right, of November. And whenever it's the beginning of November, one of the things I want to take a close look at is what are the VR games of November? And today I kind of did a special deal today. Okay, so I am going to fire up a trailer, not a trailer actually, I'm going to fire up a video. And this video is actually an 8-minute long video. I made it, but it's the games of November. It's 8 minutes long, so if you really need to go make a sandwich or something, you can go ahead and make a sandwich. And as soon as this video is done, we can kind of discuss, like, what is our most hyped game of November? But let's go ahead and check this out, peep this out, see what it's all about, and then we'll get into this right afterwards.
powers of the interdimensional games. You alone will direct them to help you climb the crystalline tower.
Aren't you excited? You're going to be a fairy.
Fairies give and take the time one has to live. Just like in the story.
We're all connected in this. I'm yours forever. There is no end in sight for us. Nothing could measure the kind of strength inside our hearts. It's all connected. We're all together in this love. Don't you forget it.
The researchers gave this phenomenon a name.
He's lying, Les! He destroyed your life! It's only fair you do the same! Kill him!
My mentor told me a battle rages inside us all. Two wizards. One dark, forged of anger, the other light, created from peace. So I asked him, which wizard wins?
Whichever one you decide to feed.
Ready the team. Aim for victory. Fire up the payload. xbox.com/echocombat.
We know they built him to oversee millions of human robots and to manage our scraper megacities. Icarus assured us the only path forward was to put the fate of humanity in his hands. But when Cypher says he'll take care of us, do we really know what he means?
Alrighty, everybody. So that is the breakdown for the month of November. And you know what? I don't know. It's kind of a light month, especially when you think about the fall. And November's the biggest month in pancake gaming, no question about it. I mean, you have like the biggest games of the year come out for pancake systems in November, but our November is pretty freaking light. And I'm curious for all of you guys in chat, like, what is your most wanted game in November? It is rather kind of light here. Yeah, no, I'm back. Yeah, that was an 8-minute thing. That's something, you know, basically what I wanted to do with that is I thought, well, let me make a little thing about November, and I'll do November 1st, and I'll take like 20 seconds of this game footage, 20 seconds of that game. But sometimes it's hard to cut these games off where their footage is. So it ended up lasting a little bit longer. So that was about 8 minutes. Not sure if you guys like that, appreciate it. Maybe you don't like it. But I thought we could just go ahead and run that, and then we could talk about these games of November and kind of think about these games of November. It is November 1st. This is something that I would like to do basically the first of every month, is kind of, let's take a look what is on the docket. And so I'm going to go ahead and switch over here. And this is just a simple little WordPad document that I got right here, but I do have the games of November kind of broken down. So today we got Neon VR. We also have the Seeking Dawn free-to-play version. So, you know, those of you out there that have never played Seeking Dawn, this is going to be an opportunity for you to grab this free-to-play version. I don't know how this free-to-play version works. I don't know what the thought process is with this free-to-play version, but obviously it's a great opportunity for a lot of people to check out Seeking Dawn. Neon VR looks really cool, but we really don't know anything about it. It could be complete and utter garbage. We don't know. That is available today. I have not looked at the Steam page yet, so I don't know what the price is. On November 2nd, that is tomorrow, People Cubed. Yeah, I'm throwing my boys at Whitway Studios a bone. I will be honest, look, normally this is not a game I would have on this list here because I don't think it really registers with a lot of these other games. But you know what? Whitway Studios, I kind of thought these guys basically, you know, they would come in a chat and they would talk every once in a while, and I thought it was just purely a promotional thing. But even long after I ever talked about their game, they've come back many other times. And so Whitway Studios, I think, you know, this is a legit developer. Maybe, I don't know if People Cubed is that great of a game, but it is coming out on November 2nd, so we do have that as well. And then November 6th, probably the biggest game of the bunch is Deracine. from Software and Japan Studio. Now, this is a PlayStation VR exclusive, so if you are a PC VR gamer, you are boned. You're not playing Deracine. Transpose is coming on November 6th. I'm actually playing this game right now, but it is embargoed. I cannot say a word about Transpose by Secret Location. Yeah, baby. And then Siren. I did not have this in my breakdown. I had already made my video breakdown and then found out, oh yeah, Siren by Hammerhead VR is coming on November 6th to PlayStation VR. I forgot about that one. Infinity Disc. This is another indie game that I happened to throw into the mix here because I did a post on the Oculus subreddit, and this guy, Ralph Shadler, he came into the thread and said, hey, my game is coming out on November 7th, so I decided to throw it in there for good measure. That is Infinity Disc. 10 Hearts is November 8th. That's another pretty big one. You know, if you're a PC VR gamer, you're probably looking at 10 Hearts. You're probably looking at Transpose. And then on the 9th, Tetris Effect. Now, today is November 1st. So all of us that have PlayStation VRs, we need to fire the old PlayStation VR up, and we need to download the demo for Tetris Effect. I need to remind myself, download this demo, because I've only got 4 days to check out this demo. I believe you can download the demo for 4 days, you can play it for 4 days, and then the demo will self-destruct, and it will brick your PlayStation 4 as well. Just kidding about that, but who knows, right? Okay, Zero Caliber is coming on November 9th. Obviously, a lot of us have played the demo, so we probably know whether we're really hyped for Zero Caliber or not on the 9th. November 13th, Blade Line, again, kind of an indie type game. November 14th, Runes, The Forgotten Path by Stormborn Studio. I'm kind of hyped on this one. We've got Echo Combat on the 15th, been waiting forever for, you know, the final version of that. Squishies is coming to PlayStation VR. And I gotta say, Squishies actually looks kind of cool. I'm mildly interested in Squishies, and this is not a joke. Brainseed Factory has not sent me a $100 Steam card or anything like that. I'm literally kind of, not excited, but kind of mildly interested for Squishies. So that is pretty cool. On September 20th, PSVR exclusive. And then now, November 21st, I don't know that this date is locked in stone for Scrapper First Strike on not PlayStation VR. PlayStation VR, it will be a December game. I think like December 16th or the 18th, but PC VR for Oculus and for Vive players, Windows mixed reality players, and all of these kinds of players, Scrapper First Strike might be available on November 21st. If you go to the Steam page, it just says November. I tried to actually throw out an email to Labradex, didn't hear back from them in time for this show, so I don't know if November 21st is actually locked in stone. And then we have a couple unspecified November releases. We have Red Matter by Vertical Robot. It is coming to Steam. There's a game called Evoke by Polyflame that I believe is locked in for November as well. We don't have a date for that. That is a PC VR game, I believe. And then we have some miscellaneous, could this be a September game? We have Protocol by Fair Game Studios, Beat Saber for PlayStation VR. It was supposed to be available before Thanksgiving. Hyperbolic magnetism. What the hell are you doing? Gungrave by Iggy Mob could hit in November. Golem is kind of a long shot. And then we have a whole bunch. We have a string of PlayStation VR games that, quite honestly, we don't know what the hell is going on. Golem, Space Pirate Trainer, The Mage's Tale, Zing the Land Beyond, Gunheart Form. Many of these are being ported over from PC VR, and we just don't know, ladies and gentlemen. So that's kind of the breakdown of November. So now go ahead, everybody in chat, let's talk about the games that you want this month. I Am Rut says Neon VR releases in 3 hours. No price as of now. Paradise Decay is checking in. Paradise, I don't know if you had a chance to check out everything I've been talking about over here, but what is your big game for November? I'm honestly curious about a lot of you guys. What is your big game for November? I Am Rhett says Seeking Dawn is definitely worth picking up in his opinion. SAMIK81 says, look, man, I'm not really tripping on any of these games. And he says consoles are taking over VR. Kevgret says, don't forget Starchild is missing in action. Yeah, Starchild, probably a 2019 game at this point. And, you know, speaking of 2019, we probably thought Space Junkies was going to be a November 2018 game, maybe a December 2018 game. Do you know that if you go to the Space Junkies Steam page, it now says 2019. So Space Junkies has been delayed a wee bit delayed. Rudel Zavedno, is there any new info about Rift 1.5? We're going to get to that a little bit later, Rudel, so hold on. We will absolutely get to that. I Am Rhett says, oh my God, please release PlayStation VR version of Beat Saber, developers. You are going to ruin Anthony's Thanksgiving Beat Saber fantasy. They absolutely will, but they're going to ruin thousands upon thousands of PlayStation VR gamers' Thanksgiving Day fantasy, because hey, we want to take Beat Saber, and there really should be a demo. There really should be a demo where you can play at least one freaking song all the way through. So that way, actually, you know what? Here's a great idea. Sony and Hyperbolic Magnetism, Beat Games, whoever you guys want to call yourselves, I've just solved your problem. Okay, here's the deal. If you can't get Beat Saber done and wrapped up and released prior to Thanksgiving, which is kind of looking that way, please give us a demo. Give us a demo prior to Thanksgiving with one song. And then we can at least take our PlayStation VRs to all the Thanksgiving Day parties and let people bang away at one individual song. Please, for the love of all that is holy, for the love of all that is holy, Shuhei Yoshida, heed my call. A Beat Saber demo. Get that shit ready, man. It's got to be ready prior to Thanksgiving, okay? And Chris Cox says it isn't going to happen. Peter Williams says, where the F is Resident Evil? Shouldn't it have been ported by now? And I think, honestly, man, at this point, Resident Evil is kind of a pipe dream for PC VR. It just doesn't appear like it's going to happen. I'm going to throw on just a tiny bit of trailer noise. I don't know if that'll blow people away. You guys can let me know in chat if this is a problem. Yeah, Kevgret says, haha, told you, 2019 for Beat Saber. No one believes me. No, definitely did not believe you. Paradise says he's thinking 10 Hearts or Tetris Effect would be his picks for the month of November. And Kevgret says Resident Evil was January. Wipeout Update was January. Impatient was January. Sony always has a big January release. And so that's pretty much what's going on in chat. Now, the question is, what is my game for the month of November? I mean, F what you guys care about, right? What is my game for the month of November? And I'll go ahead and throw on the trailer. And you know what? This is a shot in the dark, man. I don't know that this game is going to live up to the hype. Well, the hype that basically I've created for it. But my game of November is actually this. It is Runes. It is Runes: The Forgotten Path. This is a November 14th release. Remember, Shadow of the Beast. It kind of has that Shadow of the Beast look on some of it. This could be a complete and utter dud. This could be a total bomb. This might not be good at all, but for some reason, I don't know. I'm hoping that this brings the noise. So Runes: The Forgotten Path is actually my game of the month. It's interesting that nobody in chat has mentioned Echo Combat coming on November 15th. Nobody really gives a F about Echo Combat. I think it's more of a case that everybody's played Echo Combat so much already that it's kind of like being taken for granted. And nobody is ranting and raving about squishies. I'm kind of surprised. Nobody ranting and raving about squishies. And Paradise Decay says, Anthony's game for November is Yoga Sim VR2 Banana Edition. No, you know what? I'm hoping for Vive and Chill 2. Vive and Chill 2 with a brand new trailer. How about that? That's my game of November. Okay. No, seriously though, Runes the Forgotten Path is kind of my game of November. 10 Hearts looks kind of cool. Absolutely looks kind of cool. Daracene, I don't know, man. Daracene, I got to be honest with you guys. Daracene's a huge game, and it's probably the biggest, really the biggest AAA game of this month probably is Daracene, or maybe Echo Combat. And I'm definitely gonna be playing Daracene one way or the other. Probably will not get any kind of a code. I seriously doubt that, but who knows? But I'm gonna be playing it one way or the other, and I'm not that hyped for it. I'm not that hyped for Daracene. Sad to say. Transpose, I can't say anything about Transpose. That is on embargo. Oh, Red Matter. I mean, all of you guys that have an HTC Vive and you've never played Red Matter, that should be your game of November, period, guys. I mean, that's pretty much what it's all about. Charles Van Nolan, I care for nothing. He just doesn't want anything. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and, you know what? Why don't we go to this topic? Okay, so Chris Cox says it's almost as if they created this new article to back up the original Rift 2 canceled article. And Rudel El Zedno earlier in chat was also talking about this. So there is this rumor. Let's go ahead and get into the rumor, shall we? But before we get into the rumors, let's see. I got to put something on the screen here. Whoops, let's see. All files. Let me see if I can find something that I had. Yeah, so I'm going to put a little image on the screen. There we go, baby. Nostradamus Jr. They don't call me Nostradamus Jr. for nothing. Did Daddy call it, or did Daddy freaking call it? I'm sorry. I'm going to take full and total credit for this. This may be my best Nostradamus Jr. moment of the day. I mean, of the year, actually. I think that's our Nostradamus prediction of the year. Do you guys remember the day the Oculus kerfuffle hit the scenes? Who was telling you that the upside of this Oculus kerfuffle means that we are going to get an Oculus 1.5 way the hell earlier than we ever thought we were going to get an Oculus 1.5. I mean, that's pretty much the reality. And did Daddy call it? I think he did. You guys can go back. You guys can go back and you could look at that episode when we did have the whole kerfuffle that was going on. And Anthony's going to be an evil leader. Yeah, okay, let me get off of that. Let's go over here. That's my Nostradamus Jr. picture. So I looked up Nostradamus. That was the picture that it gave. And then I went ahead and threw me in there. Yeah, I'm not really paired with the best company, am I? It's kind of a notorious group of thugsters. But let's go ahead and go over here. This is TechCrunch, my new favorite website. Just kidding. But after canceling Rift 2 overhaul, Oculus plans a modest update to flagship headset. And if you read this entire story, it's paper thin. It's not even paper thin, man. There's not much here. So they say the company's prototype Rift 2 device, codenamed Caspar, was a complete redesign of the original Rift headset. Its cancellation signified an interest by Facebook leadership to bounce out of there and to go the standalone route. Of course, this pissed off Brendan Arebe, not a fan of this new move, so he said, I'm getting the F out of Dodge. But what this does open up, it opens up the possibility for a Rift S. Yeah, the sports edition of the Rift. It is waterproof. You can go underwater with it. All kinds of shit with your Rift S. The Rift S is to be released as early as next year. Minor upgrades to the device's display resolution, while more notably getting rid of the external sensor tracking system. Now, if that's the biggest news of the day. If they really drop their USB freaking spaghetti wire situation that is going on, if they really drop that and they have a completely, they have an inside out tracking system, a Rift 1.5, and it's available, say, spring of 2019, that would be freaking kind of crazy that would happen that quickly. I don't have a problem with that personally, because honestly, I'm not a fan of the whole constellation thing. All these damn USB sensors everywhere. I got them all up over my ceiling. You guys can't see any of them because I got a black ceiling. But I mean, there's lots of people that don't have black ceilings. What the hell are you doing with all of your sensors? I got 4 of these babies. I can't wait to get rid of that crap. So that's kind of what they're talking about here. And Oculus actually commented on this story. And Oculus's comments is, while we don't comment on rumors / speculation about our future products, as we shared last week, PSVR remains a very important part of our strategy, and it's a category we will continue to invest in, a couple of dollars here and there. In addition to hardware, we have a robust software roadmap and are funding content well into 2020. I really like that part right there. They are funding content well into 2020. You know what that tells me, folks? That tells me not only am I Nostradamus Jr., but Oculus is watching my show. Because how many times have I told everybody, well, maybe they're watching VR Roundtable. Because I told this on VR Roundtable, we are not going to notice anything from this Oculus Rift kerfuffle in the year 2018 and in the year 2019 either. It is business as usual. However, in 2020, that is when I believe your AAA primetime banger games are going to start dropping like flies. They are going to disappear in a major way. And that's Oculus saying, no, bro, we're funding content well into 2020. So go ahead and ignore what Anthony was yapping about on his show. So now I'm going to go ahead and throw on a different trailer because really don't want to be up there with the rest of those guys in that little video here. You know what? Actually, speaking of trailers that I can throw on, I have no idea what the hell this trailer is, but it's something about the Oculus Quest. Why don't we actually watch this for a second? This is some new Oculus trailer. Let me check this out.
In a point in time where technology is evolving so quickly, we're seeing that evolution happen in real time. My name is Matthew Patrick. I'm better known online as MatPat, and I like to think that we run the nerdiest channels on YouTube. There we go. Nice. Backhand. I started playing video games back when it was 8-bit. It's a really special privilege for me to see this technology grow up. At one point in time, we were limited by what we could see on a flat screen, and now we're able to actually immerse ourselves into these 360 experiences. You're no longer just facing a fictional world, you're in the fictional world. Oh, God! And that is the experience that gaming has been missing, and that's what takes gaming to the next level. I love VR! So when I think of one word to describe Oculus Quest and what it brings to the VR slate, it's freedom. I was able to immerse myself without having to worry about cords and connections and cables, and without having to worry about hooking it up to a computer. I feel unrestricted by the size of room I can play in. For an all-in-one device, I was surprised that it wasn't heavier. It's able to...
Whoops. God damn it. See, this is the problem with muting yourself. Okay, here's something that OBS needs to do. I really believe OBS needs to do this. Whatever your mic is, if you hit mute, what it should do is it should make a little bubble thing on your OBS that says mute, mute, so you know you're muted, because this is what happens. This is why I try to avoid doing the mute thing. But what I was talking about here is I didn't know how long this trailer was. So, and I've never seen this trailer. I just noticed it's a new Oculus trailer, something about the Oculus Quest, and this guy, MatPat, or whatever his name is. I mean, he is the bro, right? So anyway, but I thought, oh, look at him doing the Matrix there. Okay, MatPat does the Matrix. Isn't that awesome? My boy MatPat, you done the Matrix, didn't you? Okay, but what I was saying is it's kind of surprising that they would put this trailer up featuring the Oculus Quest in such a major way so quickly after their kerfuffle where they're trying to say, no guys, we're really going to have a lot of PC VR stuff. Don't worry at all about it. Everything is gravy. So let's see what people are talking about over here in chat. Okay, my problem. Let's see. Turn your mic on. Yeah, okay. Anthony's miming again. Yeah. La. Okay. The mic has a filter that you can set up to function as a gate to basically auto-mute you for any sound below a certain decibel level. Oh, that is our boy Steve. That's my producer. That's my producer, Steve Bishop. Dude, you're my producer. You need to be here in the building. It's hard for you to help me over there. I need you here, Steve. I need you with, everything set up. That is my producer, Steve Bishop. And he is checking in and he's saying, bro, the mic has a filter, If you only look into these things, you can kind of figure these things out. Okay, Ekin Hawk says, isn't he the game theorist guy? Dude, that's MatPat. And MatPat is big. He's big on the internet, man. MatPat is the guy. But anyway, no, I don't know anything about MatPat. And then Kev Gret says, he must be hot in that tight leather jacket. That leather jacket is dope. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Michael Jackson Thriller a little bit. That is a cool leather jacket. Okay, yeah, Steve Bishop is in the house, and MatPat can do the Matrix moves. I'm not going to deny you. If I tried to do that Matrix shit, my freaking left hamstring would probably pop if I tried to do the Matrix move like that. So you won't see me doing the Matrix move. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch this game trailer up. And you know what I'm going to put on right now? I'm going to put on a trailer. This is The Bond. Yeah, this is Paradise Decay. Lots of people have been talking about this for the last couple of days. I should have tried this yesterday, and somehow I freaking forgot about it, and I didn't try it yesterday. So, well, I did try it yesterday. I tried it yesterday night, but I didn't try it before my show yesterday. And this is The Bond. The Bond, and it is 100% free. It is by Access Studios. You can download this. You can check this out in your VR headset. It is a VR experience extraordinaire. And you know what? I really like The Bond. I really do. But you know what I'll say about The Bond? Like, the number one thing that jumps out at me about this relatively short VR experiential thing is, man, do not put a noob into this one, because I don't think this is noob friendly. So The Bond, when you first start out, it's lowering you into this magical avatar world. It kind of reminds me of Pandora. Everything is luminescent, magical, kind of like Neon VR as well. Incredibly colorful, and a lot of weird alien creatures, very Avatar-ish, are walking around and moving around, and it starts off really cool, and you're just looking at, oh my god, this is so freaking colorful, this is so beautiful, I kind of like the music, it's kind of cool, everything's going good, right? And then you get to a point where the lady that is in here, she's kind of like she's like the witch doctor or whatever. I don't know. She's like the leader of the tribe, the mystic, the wise woman of the tribe. And she kind of goes into this mind meld, and then you start seeing things from a first person her right there. You start seeing things from a first person perspective, and you're like moving through, like dodging bushes and stuff, and it's super colorful, and it's all cool like that. And all of that was cool, but damn, for a little while there, I was like, I might get motion sick here, guys. I might get a freaking splitting headache. Now, I just flowed with it. I dealt with it. I enjoyed it. And I had no after effects, but there were definite several parts of this, I was like, holy shit, this is going to give me motion sickness. Didn't end up with any motion sickness, but I wonder, I'm thinking you guys know what I'm talking about here, where you're experiencing something, and as you're experiencing it, it's kind of hard to truly enjoy it, because in the back of your mind, you're like, is this going to give me a migraine for the next 4 hours? Am I going to be done for the next 4 hours because I enjoyed this? And I was completely fine, no problems whatsoever, but not for newbs. Not for newbs. So that is the Bond. And you know what? So that brings me to something that I wanted to get into over here. And I wrote some notes before the show. And I'll go ahead and show you guys my notes. So bouncing over here, here is my notes. I wrote down 3 things. I wanted to do the November games, but I also wanted to talk about all I see is screen door. And we're going to get to that in just a second. I wanted to talk about the Bond, and I also want to talk about Serious Sam 3, but we'll talk about that a little bit. But right now, we are on this topic. All I see is screen door. And let me tell you what I'm talking about. Okay, SAMIK81 says, when is the new channel taking over? Will this channel be forgotten? Left to dust? Pretty much. The new channel takes over on Monday. This live stream that you guys are watching right now will actually happen on VR. 3. That's our intro as well. I'm just gonna cut that and put that on the intro. No, VR 365. Yeah, we do begin Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, as far as I know. So that is what's happening there. But I want to get back to this topic about screen door, and let me tell you about Bond. Okay, so this is ever since everybody got these Samsung Plus, these Odyssey Plus headsets. And we did that show yesterday. Steve had a special show that we did on VR Roundtable. I don't know if you guys checked that out, but Steve kind of got in depth on the Samsung Odyssey Plus, especially from the standpoint of being a peanut head that wears glasses and all of the distortion that you're going to experience if you're a peanut head wearing glasses. Really dived into the weeds on that. So be sure to check out that special episode on VR Roundtable. But you know what's funny, man, is after talking about all of this screen door crap, I played like 4 or 5 VR games or experiences like the Bond. I played it last night, and every single thing I went in, all I could see was screen door. Everywhere I looked, all I could see is screen door. I was trying to enjoy this Bond thing, and at the very, very beginning of this Bond thing, you're zooming down towards the ground, toward this incredible, colorful, vibrant world, but it has kind of this dusty brown, dirt brown, the ground is like dirt, kind of brownish, and you're zooming into it, and all I could see was screen door for as far as your eyes can see. Screen door everywhere. I went into Serious, I'm going to get into Serious Sam a little bit later. Screen door up the yin yang. Everything I tried, screen door. And now I am so jelly of everybody with these Samsung. I think I'm going to have to get an Odyssey Plus, because God damn it, why is it when we think about some kind of problem that something has, all we can notice is the problem now? And so screen door. Has anybody else noticed that there's a screen door problem? Okay, I'm starting to notice screen door. I'm blaming it all on Steve. Steve, thank you so much. I'm blaming it on Arrowin X. All these guys getting Samsung Odyssey Pluses, no screen, elimination of screen door. And here I am, I'm living with a lot of screen door. Okay. Let's see. So, you know what? We can go ahead and why don't we just jump into Serious Sam, since I was headed in that direction anyway. So let's talk a little bit about Serious Sam. So one of the things that I was talking about, or one of the things that I may have mentioned recently, I think, on this show, and I might need to turn down Serious Sammy a little bit. But one of the things that I have mentioned, excuse me, is that I have never, ever played any of the Serious Sam VR games. And there's like, how many of them are there? There's Serious Sam the first encounter, Serious Sam the second encounter, this one, Serious Sam 3 BFE, Serious Sam The Last Hope, I think. So there's 4 of them, right? There's 4 Serious Sam games. So I've never played any of them. But VR Roundtable, we decided to go ahead and buy the bundle because we already had Talos Principle, and then we could kind of like log into, you know, take turns checking out these Serious Sam games. So last night I decided to check out this one, Serious Sam 3 VR. This is the one I chose to play before over any of the other ones. I don't know if that was the worst decision I could possibly have made. Maybe I should have started off with First Encounter. Maybe I should have started off with Last Hope. I don't know. This is the one for some reason, like seeing the trailer and the footage of this is the one that kind of looks the coolest to me of all of them. And so I decided to go into Serious Sam 3 VR, BFE, whatever it's called, right? And I've only scratched the surface. I've only played this for about 15 minutes, but there were a couple of things that immediately jumped out to me about it. Number one, the visuals are really, really good. The visuals are really good, but what do I notice? Screen door. Oh my God, I noticed screen door everywhere, but I can't blame it on this because I'm just noticing screen door everywhere now. It's just a problem, right? But the visuals are very good. That first time that eyeball thing came at me, one of those big giant guys with the eyeballs, you know, the standard enemy that you see so many times. The first time that guy came at me, it was like, man, it looks so clean. It looks so sharp. It looks so good. I see screen door like crazy, but it's still very colorful, very beautiful. In fact, that very, very, very first level that you're in this Serious Sam 3, it almost seems like it's a level out of Call of Duty. Like the backgrounds of everything, it feels like you're in the Middle East, and it feels like you're in Call of Duty VR, and the only thing that makes you feel like you're not in Call of Duty VR is you have these gigantic creatures coming at you that want to smash the living daylights out of you, and you have guns, and you have sledgehammers, and all kinds of things, and so you can go after these bad guys. Now, do I have some slight problems with the Serious Sam game? I do. Here's my major problem. There's no free locomotion. I tried to get free locomotion. I tried to go into the options, and there are nice options. I really like what Crow Team has done with the options. If you go into the options menu, you kind of use your controller, you're selecting this thing, it opens up all these different options. You hit on an option thing, it pops up all these other options, and it's really easy to move in and out of all the different options. Really good job, Crow Team. But I could not find the option that allows me to turn on free locomotion, where I could just kind of go anywhere and move anywhere. So what I had to do is I had to use teleport everywhere. And so I was teleporting everywhere. Now, so Rumsfeld99 says, of course it's free locomotion. How do I turn it on? Because it wasn't working for me. I had to teleport everywhere. And I went into the options. Now, it's weird. When I went into the options, controller was not highlighted, and I could not select controller. I could select keyboard and mouse for some reason, and I could select all these other options, but I could not do like actual free locomotion, like just push forward, left, you know, just use your thumbstick locomotion. I don't know. First, it's buried in the options. There is a VR controller or something like that towards the top. Huh, okay, well, I'll have to look again. That was really my only complaint, but the good news is I've barely scratched the surface, so take your shot of Jack Daniels every time I say that. It's mandatory. Barely scratched the surface, probably only played this for maybe 20 minutes or so. It was late at night. So I definitely need to get free locomotion turned on. But other than that, I was having a lot of fun, beautifully colorful. The other thing I really, really, really need to do is figure out Oculus Tray Tool and get that up and running. Because if I could super sample this game and make it look even more clean and crisp, it would be even better. But I really need the Samsung Odyssey Plus. So I'm kind of boned as far as that goes. So that is some of the topics I wanted to get into. We talked about the November games, Serious Sam 3, The Bond. All I'm seeing is Screen Door. We also talked about Nostradamus Jr. So I've pretty much have covered the primary things I wanted to get into. Let's go ahead and bounce over to some of the websites real quick, though. This, of course, is Road to VR, and they are reporting, of course, on the TechCrunch story as well. Oculus is planning a modest upgrade to Rift, releasing early as next year. Of course, if you subscribe to Nostradamus Jr., you would have known this a couple of weeks ago. Target to discount all PSVR bundles by 100 buccarinos on Black Friday. So there is a really nice Black Friday deal that is going on over there at Target, $100 off. Let me go ahead and click on this and see if it kind of gives us what will the prices be. So the Creed Rise to Glory was super hot. You know, that comes with the camera, the moves, and all of that. That is regularly priced at $350. That is going to get chopped down to $250. And then what is the other bundle where it's like Astrobot and Mosk? That's going to be $200. Oh my God, dude. Astrobot and Mosk. Okay, so let's go to chat. Do you not own a PlayStation VR? If you don't own a PlayStation VR and you have a PlayStation 4 that is somewhere in your house, you have absolutely no excuse. And Noah, Magic Leap Noah, you have no excuse as well. You can get the Astrobot Moss bundle for 200 buccarinis, man. That is a great deal, guys. That is a really good deal. So there is no more excuses. Everybody needs to join the Master Race, the PlayStation VR Master Race. You guys need to just get with the program. Okay, here's a report. Apple nearly acquired Leap Motion, but the deal fell through. That is kind of crazy. You know, Leap Motion is like ready to just cry in a bucket of tears over this because they were about to be very wealthy individuals had that deal gone through, but it didn't happen. That's interesting. I've always felt like Leap Motion as a company is ripe for acquisition. I kind of thought Facebook might be interested in it. Of course, Apple potentially could be interested in it. Vive, you know, I mean, basically anybody that is involved in VR, potentially even like Magic Leap and stuff like that. Like, wouldn't it be funny if Magic Leap acquired Leap Motion? They could end a little bit of like the mistakes that are going on between people and Magic Leap and getting it confused, right? So anyway, that is that. Let's go ahead and bounce over to Upload VR. Let me refresh this because I don't know if this is like brand new stories here. So as I'm waiting for my ancient slow internet to refresh this page, let's go ahead and let's bounce back over to chat. Maybe Upload VR is down or something because this page does not want to upload. Okay, Chris Cox says, you need VR legs for Serious Sam. I still struggle with it after a year. Sloth Monkey says, glad to hear you enjoyed Serious Sam 3 overall, Anthony. Sorry, free locomotion not working. It's just way amazing with it. Well, I'm going to find the free locomotion. If it's there, I'm going to find it. I looked all through the menu. I really did. I must have been blind. And Egan Hawk says, wow, guess I'm buying that bundle. I'm telling you, man, it's a bundle worth having. I really think it's a bundle worth having. You know, and you get a digital code for Moss. So if you've already got Moss on like another system, you know, on PSVR or whatever, you could eBay your code for Moss and get maybe another $20 off of that as well. So, you know, that wouldn't be too bad either. Let's see, still need a PS4. So the total entry cost is what, $400. That's Steve Bishop coming in, raining on our parade with facts. Steve, why do you got to do this to us? But here's the thing. I was able to get a slim PlayStation 4 on Craigslist for, well, it was actually like 180. Now, I can't get on Upload VR, guys. Upload VR won't work for me. But I was able to get a slim PlayStation VR, the old school version, for 180, no tax, no shipping, no nothing. Bought it from a dude locally, $180 for a slim PlayStation 4. Wasn't too bad. And Sloth Monkey says, I got to try Astrobot at my brother-in-law's house last night. Wow, it's been a while since I tried PSVR, and it was amazing then, but wow, screen door effect is basically not an issue. Yeah, PSVR does a really good job of dealing with screen door effect, and I believe it's the RGB display or whatever, you know, that is a major deal with that. But anyway, folks, that is pretty much it. I was going to try to bounce over to Upload VR as well, but their website just straight up crashed on me. I don't know what's going on. We could take a quick little check. We could take a quick little check on the subreddits. This is the HTC Vive subreddit. NASA using HTC Vive at Kennedy Space Center astronaut training. You know, I saw another thing where NASA has several Magic Leap 1 headsets as well. So NASA's using everything. I mean, those guys have all of it. There's a live Pimax unboxing test. That's going to be hyped. I'm sure a lot of people will be into that. So is an actual legitimate Kickstarter guy getting Pimaxes, like actual retail boxes and shit? That's kind of cool. So might want to check that out. Gear VR Lens mod, there's a new one for the OG Vive. And, you know, we're talking, of course, the canceling Rift 2 overhaul, blah, blah, blah. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and jump over to Oculus, see if there's any last minute treats that are going on at Oculus here. Oculus plans a modest update. We talk about this. Rift S. Don't start using the Rift S name. It's not necessarily going to be called Rift S. Nostradamus did not predict that, okay? It's going to be called Rift Extreme. The Rift Extreme. Nah, I doubt it'll be called that either. Price drop. Robinson the Journey, $7.50. Nostradamus already talked about this a handful of days ago. We were talking about the sales, and Robinson the Journey for $7.50. That is a buy. And so is Abduction. I don't know, did I mention that Abduction was $10.50? Ethan Carter is only $4. So yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of wonderful deals. There are so many deals going on. Just a lot of areas that we can throw our money at. It's really quite ridiculous how many areas we can throw our money. They could take a quick look over at PSVR subreddit. Yeah, Target is going to have this bundle on Black Friday for $250. Let's go ahead and take, yeah, this is the picture. It's Creed Rise to Glory and Super Hot. You get the moves, you get the camera, the whole entire deal. And if you're not interested in those games, one of them might be a download code. I think Creed, you get the physical game, and Super Hot is a download code. So, I mean, you could always possibly sell those codes and get more money out of it. Tetris Effect demo impressions. I'm not going to look at this. Just played Tetris demo. I am not going to look at those because I want to look at it myself. So I will download this right after this show. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm going to take a last quick look at chat. Econhawk says, wow, just $180 for a PS4. What kind of drugs did you have to give him for that deal? No, it's just your local Craigslist. Now, there's other people trying to get $250. I'm talking about a slim PS4. You might be being a bit sarcastic there, but slim PS4 for $180, and it even came with a couple of games. It came with like an old Madden and something else. Which I think I just took to GameStop or something like that. Martino Movie says, got the Odyssey Plus. Lots of light bleed through the nose. Resolution focus has changed. Before I didn't need glasses. Now I do. And light reflects off my glasses. Now with glasses, I see more SDE. Oh my God, it sounds like a real disaster there for Martino Movies. So I guess what he's saying here is that the softening makes him want to reach for his glasses, where before he didn't really feel like he had to reach for his glasses, so it kind of defeats the purpose. See, this is one of these things, folks, where I would have to get a Samsung headset, the Samsung Plus, the Odyssey Plus on my head. I really am not going to know until I have it on my head. And Charles Van Nolan is throwing out some names for the Rift, the minor Rift upgrade that we're going to get. Rift Super, Rift Rad, and Rift Super Rad. Yeah, and Rift ASS, that is SAMIK 81. I kind of like Rift Extreme. For the 90s, man, it is extreme. Rift ass kicker. Target will also have OG PlayStation 4 for 199 bones with Spider-Man included. So yeah, there are deals out there, guys. There's deals out there if you want to go down that road. All right, so that's pretty much been a show. Oh, one thing I did want to talk about. I want to talk about VR 365 for just a second. I want to apologize for all of you guys out there that have subscribed to VR 365. Mame Fan was telling me, he's like, dude, what is going on? I subscribed to VR 365, and now when I go to YouTube, I'm just seeing nothing but your old videos popping up constantly. And so here is my apology, guys. Basically, this is what I wanted to do. Okay, so our first real show on VR 365, I might as well put on my nice little logo, right? If we're going to talk about VR 365, we should put on the banging logo. If I can find it. Where's my logo? Here we go. Okay, so yeah, if we're going to talk about VR 365, let's talk about that logo too. No, but what I was going to say to Mame Fan and to everybody, anybody that's subscribed to the show, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my back catalog of shows uploaded onto the channel so that they're there. And really what it's for, it's really for like 4 months from now when somebody... and Kev Gret says, I liked seeing Anthony's face 100 times in my feed. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to, that's not my intention. I don't mean to do that. But basically the strategy is 4 months from now, there's going to be some random dude that discovers the beauty that is VR 365. They're going to discover it randomly somehow, and then they're going to say, man, this show's like really cool. I wonder if there's a lot of old episodes I can check out. And then I want to have a ton of old episodes for people just like that are 4 or 5 months from now. So I know it sucks right now because I got to upload. Dude, do you guys realize I've got like another 100 back episodes I've got to upload between now and Monday if I want to get them in the order and have them all in order, like, so, you know, they're uploaded in the right order, right? I've got to upload like 100 freaking episodes, and I have to, I'm downloading them with 4K video downloader because a lot of these episodes I have not saved them. I was running out of space on my hard drive. I just deleted a ton of them. I probably should have backed them up to some other hard drive, but I didn't. Steve Bishop would have done that because he's a super producer and he's very smart like that. Me, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. Not very good in that regard. So I got to re-download these videos with 4K video downloader and then upload them. Yeah, too bad you can't just tell YouTube to move them. That would make a ton of sense. Oh my God, would that make a ton of sense? So I got to do that whole process. And then, you know, here's what really, really, really sucks though. What really, really, really sucks is I haven't saved a lot of my custom thumbnail images from back in the days, like episode 158. I made a custom thumbnail for episode 158. I don't know where my custom thumbnail is. It got lost to time. And now I'm using 4K video downloader, grabbing episode 158, downloading it, uploading it to YouTube, to that channel. I have no thumb. I have no thumbnail for it. And Google, YouTube creates whatever they perceive to be a good thumb. And some of them have me like this. Some of them have me like my eyes closed or making some terrible expression on my face. And that's what I'm stuck with right now. So anyways, the bottom line, folks, is everything will be good. In a couple of weeks, it'll all be good. All of this will be forgotten. All the back videos will be there. Everything will be great. It'll be wonderful. And my Ferrari 458 will be in my driveway because I'm going to start getting money. Oh my God, I'm going to get showered with so much money. I know, no. I'm going to be able to maybe buy a cup of coffee eventually when I can monetize my channel. I will be able to buy a cup of coffee, a cup of Joe. That's what I'm talking about, folks. I'm talking about a cup of Joe. All right, let's get the hell out of here. This has gone way too long. And most of you guys don't care about the crap I'm talking about right now. So let's do this outro. Alrighty, that is going to do it. It, of course, has been the VR Game Rankings channel. It's still here for now. we still got the website. That's going nowhere, vrgamerankings.com. Be sure to subscribe to VR365. Not this one. I don't give a F. You can unsubscribe from the regular one if you want. I don't give an F. Subscribe to VR365, baby. And like those videos. Watch my old videos. Watch hundreds of them. Thousands of them. Watch them for hours. Have a marathon. You know those marathons that they do where it's like the Walking Dead marathon? We'll have a VR Game Rankings marathon all weekend long. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Do it, baby. Do it. All right, guys. Yeah, finally reached 2.9K subscribers and then shut the thing down. That is Jim Hall. Absolutely. All right, guys. Got to bounce out of here. See you guys next time. Take it easy. Friday, 11 a.m. See you then. Later.